everybody, and welcome to another episode, the first of the year of Three Dads and a Console. We know not every dad can stay up to date on the latest and greatest in video game news that you need to know about, so we are here to do it for you. And remember that this show is kid-friendly, usually, so no earmuffs are needed. Now on with the show. I'm one of your hosts, Wobble Plays, alongside the old school 90s Cup Court.
Oh yeah, I forgot I was wearing this shirt. Damn, I should have been wearing. This is a work shirt. I should have been wearing my that Gretzky sweater I got today. That thing is
sick.
Sweet, dude. Pez, I have the helmet, like the Gretzky helmet I used to wear for road hockey. The Jofa.
The Jofa.
I should wear the sweater with
Jofa
the helmet.
D's. What do you mean by that?
Jofa D sweatshirts.
And we were talking about Jofa D's other host, Pez.
This is my sweatshirt. Bang! I made
Buddha Man.
You get that for Christmas?
No, I bought it at Walmart for $20.
Let's go deals.
Walmart has the best Christmas sweaters.
Then you know what I bought?
Or Hanukkah sweaters for Waba.
You know when I bought it? July. I was like, yeah, Spider-Man sweatshirt, $20.
Can I ask what is about in Boston area that everybody goes to TJ Maxx and you can get Bruins jerseys for like $20?
Yeah.
You can, but they're pretty good sometimes. But you got to find they're not everywhere.
You got to do a little dig.
Yeah,
I think it's crazy. Like Taylor Hall jerseys, Jake DeBrusk. It's like if the player doesn't play there anymore, boom, TJ Maxx.
Oh yeah,
TJ Maxx.
That's like
I would just take that jersey somewhere and get the name taken off.
You got those stores. You got like Marshalls. Will always have like good deals.
Kohl's sometimes too.
Kohl's sometimes slaps. Yeah, there's a lot of those.
I'm getting a new jersey this weekend.
Is it a Taylor Hall New Jersey Devils jersey?
No, it is Bergeron.
Yes, and it is I'm finally going to be part of the Cool Kids Club. I'm getting a signed, framed Bergeron jersey.
I don't have one of those.
Yeah, but you have a bunch of other cool stuff signed.
Yeah, but I like his signed jerseys. The fact that he has Bergeron and Chara in between his head at all times.
My two boys. Yeah. My boys.
So I'm going to hang it up. Well, you can't see it, but I'm going to hang it up behind me. And
are you ever going to have a background, or are you just going to be this guy all the time?
It's just going to be this floating iceberg of a man.
It's first off, it's called a wumpus.
For those that don't know, Waba has been moving for 3 years and had put everything in storage.
Dude, when I first met Waba, he was like, we're buying a new house, we're moving. And then all of a sudden, didn't happen.
We were, and then my basement turned into my workshop.
Yeah, his basement turned into a storage unit.
eBay.
You gotta
E-boy. It's E-boy in his basement.
E-boy in his E-basement.
You gotta hustle. While the hustle.
No, I'm tired of hustling. That is my 2025. I am tired of hustling. I want to be present.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
That's too damn bad. But I don't know. I'm excited.
Also, for the listeners, I would love to come to PAX East, but can somebody who owns a hotel in the Boston area let us have a great deal on a room?
It is crazy. We're gonna have 4 dudes sharing a hotel room.
But even that is still expensive.
Yeah,
and Waba,
I think I priced it out to like $400 a person.
We need to have a wall partition so that I don't kill Waba.
You're sharing a bed with him.
I'm not. I move it too much. I'll bring an air mattress. I'm gonna have my my machine, so there won't be any snoring.
You got the kicky legs?
It's
all right. My brother also has a CPAP, so
yeah.
They're
gonna be like, this room's electricity is going nuts.
National Grid feasting right now on the hotel room. National Grid.
Excuse me, are you mining Bitcoin in here? No, sorry, we just have apnea.
I was so depressed. I canceled my flight, but it's points, so I can just rebook my flight. Because as soon as I did it, and then I looked, I'm like, this was the thing I was looking forward to more than anything else.
The way I look at it is, no one wants to share a hotel room, but we're just gonna be sleeping in there.
Yeah. We didn't.
No, I'm okay with sharing the room, but Waba he snores and stuff.
I have
if he has the CPAP, he'll be fine because my brother also snores. Had the CPAP.
No. You and your brother would be in the same room. I get hurt his knee. Don't worry. Look at my boo boo. I'll have boo boo in my room.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. I fell, dude. Okay.
Hold on. There is no way to forget about that.
I'm a phantom
I
pain in
know
my
I've
knee right
spoken
now.
about this before, but very first time I ever meet Waba in person, physically in person, was at
It was
PAX
great.
East, and it was fantastic. And we get back to the hotel room, and Pez messaged me and says, "I'm dying. Come to the room." And so I come down to the room, and Waba's like, "Look at my knee. Look
Yeah.
at my knee." And he goes over to show me that he has a Band-Aid on a boo-boo on his knee.
Yeah, I was bleeding. I had fallen up the stairs the night before PAX, and I hurt. And I just want to let you know, I was day to day, but I still played through the pain because that's what heroes do. My
And
wife
all
said
I wanted to
unbelievable
do was
because
go
I'm
find a place where
unremarkable.
we could go have a drink.
Yes, you are.
My wife just walked by to get workout stuff. She goes, unbelievable, because literally I am unremarkable for playing through the hurt. That's exactly what she meant.
Play through the
And I
pain.
won't get her on here to explain. I know what she meant.
No need.
All I want to do is be able to go have some drinks. A friend of yours and mine, Pez, Mr. Positive Jeff himself, he wants to meet up for a drink and come hang out with us.
I'll allow it.
I'm sure we can get little PD Blackburn to come out. We know for a fact we can get our boy Mr. Spoke Z to come out.
Oh gosh, again?
That dude
oh
is
my
a
God.
menace.
I love that
We should
dude.
do.
A menace,
go
dude.
We should go to the
Menace.
last drop. We should go to the last drop.
If
I
we take
don't-
my brother, I'm telling you right now, between Spoke Z and my brother, who lived literally down the block from the last drop, we might not make it out. We might
We
not
go
make
there.
it out of Watertown. I'm
That's
just
the best.
throwing it out there.
That'd be the best.
I'm along for the ride
Wearing
because I
our
don't know anyone.
Wearing our dually shirts that Waba doesn't have.
Ugh,
I'm gonna get one
rubbing
screen
his
printed.
face.
I'm gonna go to the
We have to go
Rhode
back to
Island
Dooley.
Mall and have them
So, but
make it.
how about this? Because I'm spending a Wednesday and a Thursday, that's 2 nights of drinking for Waba.
I'm gonna need a medic.
No,
Medic?
Pez is definitely. Pez is gonna need a
gonna
diabetic
need a
medic.
medic.
A diabetic.
A
Well, no,
diabetic.
Pez,
Oh
I
my
will-
God, what a
I'll-
great.
Pez.
What?
We'll get you on vodka sodas.
I'll just drink
The-
what I usually drink, which is Jameson and Diet Coke,
No, what you
'Cause-
usually drink with me is
old fashions. And I was drunk.
it
It was great.
was fantastic.
What a
I
great
just want to
time we
have
had.
fun, go to PAX.
It'll be fun, and I mean, PAX with it's gonna be cool because we're gonna be able to go and we're gonna get that hour ahead, like the media hour, which was really neat. And
I
then
wouldn't
like
know. Oh, hey,
know,
Boston
sorry.
Bruins.
Stink,
I'm gonna
stink.
go to the stadium game because it's in Tampa, so I'm gonna go.
I kind of want to go too.
Well, my parents live around the corner, so I'm gonna go.
No,
I'm
like when I
gonna
saw
go
that.
and also stay at your parents' house.
Yeah, me too. That's my plan.
Me and
I
Bobby.
need a
L.
date though. I need to book this. It's my wife's 40th birthday, so I said I'll take her to the game for her birthday.
Oh, I'm not gonna crash the party.
Oh no, I'm not going to that.
Why is it?
February 1st. My parents will be there. No.
No, I saw that and I was like, because I just flew to Tampa recently, and it's like
Not
super easy. Renting a car is easy.
To
The
what?
game is cool. In Tampa, it's like
Yeah,
super.
no,
it's like a small. I mean, it's not a small city, but like it's easy to get to.
Oh, it's a 45-minute drive from my parents' house in Florida. I've been there many, many times. I've been to a bunch of Lightning games. I am going to go.
too.
I
Listen
think
to
it's
this.
cheap too.
I got tickets today for Vancouver Canucks game, their last game of the season in Vancouver. I didn't pay for them, but I got them, and it's against the Vegas Golden Knights because I got to be there for work. So I purposely booked my work trip around the Knights being in town because they're in there the week before on a Sunday, and I'm like, I don't want to go to Vancouver on a Sunday.
Yeah,
That sounds like garbage.
that's awesome though.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go to the game, and it's the last game of the year, so maybe Bruce can come out for some
Some old fashions.
old fashions. Yeah, no, he likes his Guinness. He's a weird guy.
Ooh, Guinness.
Invite him out to
Might as well just
Dooley's.
drink a loaf of bread, dude.
That's in
What?
Vancouver, or should I say the new state of America?
51st state, baby. Let's go.
Jesus Murphy.
It's a race between them and Greenland. Let's go.
Oh no. Who else? There's one more. The Gulf,
The Gulf
of America.
You know, the Gulf of America.
Well, we did in Fallout lore. We did annex Canada in order to get a clearer path to
so
Alaska to fight at Anchorage against the Russians and China.
Yeah, we don't fight.
Anyway.
So that's
Russians in this
lore
timeline.
accurate.
Anyways, you know what? I don't want to get into this.
In this
'cause-
No,
timeline,
I'm
not
in this
bringing it to
timeline,
the
we
video
don't
game. I
fight
didn't
the
mean to.
Russians.
So let's I mean, we've been talking about what we're gonna be doing, and we'll be talking about PAX a lot. But what have you guys been doing? What have you been playing?
I have been playing video games for the first time in a long time. I still been playing the Division 2 because the new content in PES is a little bitch. But
Fair.
True. Why true?
I have been
No
playing
disagreements.
Star Wars. Because I finished Alan Wake 2 over the holidays.
And
Game's amazing.
is it?
But so there are parts near the end of the game where they make you do I would almost call them Zelda puzzles, where you're like going through a door and then you got to go through it a certain amount of times and go backwards and all that, so like you can get through the levels when you're in this hotel and you're in his dream. And they did it so many times over and over again. It got to a point where I was like, I don't care anymore. I just didn't care, and it annoyed me, and I had to pull out a guide so I just didn't have to go through it and figure it out and use my brain, so I could just get through it. That it got to be I felt the game dragged on a bit. There are some amazing parts to this game. I played it on my PS5 Pro. The game looked unbelievable with ray tracing and all the ESPAs and all. It looked great. I thought the story was fantastic. I thought the character design, everything about the fantastic, except I had my minor. But I'm not going to hold that against the game because I really like Control. I really like this. I'm just hoping for more. I know the game didn't sell well, but I purchased it. I really liked it. Wasn't free, nothing. I bought this bad boy. I did wait till it go on sale.
Of course.
There are some DLC. I'm probably not gonna do it right away. I think I'm going, as I said, I'm gonna try some other games. I'm gonna finish off Star Wars. I'm at the very end right now. And then I'm loving that. I'm playing that on my PS5 Pro as well. Game looks amazing now. They've done a lot of quality of life changes to that game. It's no longer annoying when I'm playing it. Your speeder as you're riding it doesn't look like it's floating in the air anymore. It actually looks like it's driving.
Yeah.
Flying in space is more. You have way more control. It's better. Everything about the game is better. The gunfighting is better. Everything. If this was the game at launch, it's an easy 8 out of 10. But unfortunately, it wasn't.
Nope.
Because I'm not getting any graphics. I'm getting no issues. Like I had to stop playing that game, as you guys know, because I had a bug and it wouldn't go away.
Right.
It's disappeared. When I started playing again, it worked because I was like, you
good.
know what? I'll try. And I was right back in my old save file and I was fine. Once I'm done that, I'm going to be playing Suicide Squad Killed Justly because it's free on PlayStation Plus.
I can't. You're gonna be one of 6.
I'm playing it just for the story.
Yeah, of course.
I want to see how bad it is, to be totally honest.
I can't wait for the full report, the court report. Oh my
The
god,
court
a new
report.
segment. Welcome to the court report.
I love Batman and such, but this game I wouldn't buy because, as you guys know, the reviews were so bad for it, and it wasn't always online. And I'm done with those. So, I'll play it. I'll play it for the story, and then hopefully by then it'll be February, and I can play Indiana Jones and or not Indiana Jones. Sorry, Assassin's Creed.
It's a little Shadows
Fair.
action.
There you
I
go.
have I've been playing Balatro. Shocker. I know.
Oh, I'm playing Pokemon every day. Who we can?
Let's go.
Oh, I got a pack open right now.
Saturday the 28th, 9:30. Yeah, Saturday, December 28th. My wife, my mom, Mackenzie, and I went to the Cambridge Side Gallery in Boston, and we went to the Harry Potter experience.
Oh, I saw those Facebook photos. That's right.
It was incredible. It was so much fun. You walked in, they gave you like a little like wristband. And what you did was you tapped the wristband on this kiosk, you put in your name, your house, your wand, your Patronus. Shout out Slytherin, by the way. The house.
Shocker.
No. My wife, my oldest daughter, and I, Slytherin. My youngest, Hufflepuff, because she's an angel child and everyone loves her. And as you go like through the exhibits, you tap your wrist and you can do all these interactive things. When you first walk in, you tap the wristband and there's a big video, two huge video walls, and the Marauders map comes up.
Ooh.
And everyone's name is on it. And it's like your name is like moving around, and it was just really cool. There were a ton of movie props, like actual like some of the sets. Some of the sets, the Triwizards Tournament Cup was in there. A bunch of like the costumes were in there. Some wands and stuff were in there. It was awesome. I say all this because I then went home during a Steam sale and bought Hogwarts Legacy, and I'm playing that
Dude.
again on my Steam Deck.
That game's amazing.
So I've been playing that. It's a lot of fun. What I do
Oh, DLC for that game.
Yeah, so I bought the
What's it
deluxe edition it was on sale for $17 on Steam.
Wait, there is. I actually want to start playing that. I want to check that game out
It's
because
like
on the
the
PS5 Pro now,
it's
you
it's
get
like the
4K
dark-
120 with ray tracing now.
Yeah, it's like a Dark Arts pack or something, and it has like its own.
No, there's
thing with it.
new DLC coming.
Oh, is there? Oh,
Yeah.
like
What's
that.
it called? What's the game called again? Because it's not Harry
Hogwarts
Potter.
Legacy.
Hogwarts. See, that's not my brain.
Hogwarts
Legacy. DLC. It's coming.
Oh Lord,
15-hour DLC.
Jesus.
awesome! Sign me up. I'm in. The only thing I don't like about this game is that, unlike games like Fallout and Outer Worlds and stuff where you can kind of skip through dialogue, you can't really do that in this game. So you have to listen to what these bozos have to say.
Bojos.
Yeah. But other than that, I've been playing Balatro. I've been playing that. I got back into college football, a college football dynasty where I have like 10 created teams in there. And just like enjoying some of the backlog before Monster Hunter comes out in February, which
you
they
go.
announced a second open beta in February. If you're interested, 3dadsconsole.com. I'll have a full write-up. And that's it.
Wow, and the DLC for Hogwarts Legacy, Pez.
Yeah.
People are saying it's so dark and scary.
I'm in. I love it. I can't wait.
Perfect for a Slytherin.
Can't wait. This one, so I've already played it, and I was a Slytherin. This one, I went as a Hufflepuff because I want to see like what the different houses in different like
You're a Hufflepuff.
house quests go. Puff on that huff, you know what I mean?
Puff, 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 puff,
So-
puff, puff.
I am preparing for NHL Team of the Year in 2 weeks.
God.
Did you see that there was
Which-
a vote? Did you get an email about a vote? You can like vote for Team of the Year or something this year.
It's already decided. That's why Heiskanen won last year, and he didn't even get upgraded to a 99.
It is
but-
decided.
But I like it because I enjoy the resource management part of it. I like building spreadsheets, basically doing a CBA on a video game, which I know sounds nerdy, but like tough. It's fun, and I got to
now
make.
nerdy. It is nerdy.
It is. I got to make 7 last year. I don't think I'll be able to do that based on the reward structure, but
7.
I like being able to do it, and I don't know. I'm excited, and typically after that is when I start to get more into franchise mode.
Mm.
So I'm excited to explore that, and I'm also considering when I do it, streaming it on our YouTube. So if people like franchise where I'm an idiot and I
Wait, what'd you say?
overthink decisions about trying to get an extra 7th pick for players that are scrubs,
Also fair.
people can watch that.
I don't want no scrubs.
First
But-
off, I'm sorry. Boston Calling, TLC is going to play there. It is 2025, my dudes. Why are you booking
Hold on.
TLC and Sheryl Crow to play at a festival?
All that lineup is missing is Creed, and it's like the 90s. Because I saw that Boston Calling lineup, and I was like, that's it. Boston
Creed-
Calling's going on while PAX is
Creed's a
going on.
banger. Is it the same?
Oh,
the
is that
same
why it's so
weekend?
expensive? Oh, those bojos.
All right. Sorry, Waba, continue.
And I've been playing a game that I've been talking about for a while, but haven't started. I finally started the hit game, a title that makes sense, Metaphor ReFantasio.
Can't wait. I wish I played Metaphor Fantasio before we played ReFantasio.
I know you got to play. You can't.
You gotta play
it's-
Fantasio first.
I can tell you. So I beaten the first area. I don't know what the title means, and at this point, I'm not confident that I will
an
find
Atlas
out what it
game,
means.
dude. Who knows? Who knows what
I
any
just-
of the words mean?
Oh,
So,
thanks,
but-
Waba.
I see. I like your stuff, but
He knew exactly what I was saying there.
the game is effing great. And if you've been playing it or you're a Persona fan, you're like, yeah, of course it is. It's so I don't like fantasy. Okay, I don't like fantasy games. It's why I didn't really play I didn't play Skyrim, I didn't play Witcher, Baldur's Gate. Not that they're not good, I just don't prefer fantasy. This is fantasy. I like it. I think it's really good. The voice acting's terrific. I'm playing it in English. Typically I play JRPGs in Japanese because the voice acting is phenomenal. The visuals are great. It plays very much like a Persona, but it improves on a lot of things that I think that Royale did from Persona 5.
Mm.
Like you don't have to hit X to confirm something. You can literally hit to do your persona in that. I forget what they're called. Just keep mashing triangle and it'll do that. It's not different personas, it's different like classes. So like, you can assign like a mage class to a different character. So if you like a character but you don't like their persona or what they do, you don't have to basically stick them on the bench forever. You can use that character and you can just change their class. So that reminds me a little bit like old school Final Fantasy when you have like different like jobs or whatever. And the story is really interesting and really creepy. It starts with like, like a Kingslayer and stuff like that, and there's like some, political like, jostling, and there's, magic, and it's stuff I never thought I'd be into, but I am, and it's really good. And it's there's a Nanako character. Let's go P4 and
Nanako.
I don't know. I mean, I'm saying good things about a great game. But I'm just even more impressed of how much I like it because it's something familiar but different.
Yeah.
I have about 8 hours in it so far, and yeah, this is like my, it's the game I'm playing now. And it's really great to get into like a big single player game. I know I played Outlaws. I kind of took like a month or so break. Now I'm getting back into a single player game, and it's fantastic. And I've been remote playing on my Steam Deck.
How's that? Pretty good.
Perfect. I mean, it's those games like I played Persona 4 Golden on Vita. I mean, this plays really well on it. It translates well to a handheld, where like NHL I would say doesn't translate well to a Steam Deck.
No.
Just with certain controls, but yeah. And then there's still more to learn. I feel like I don't even know like everything that's going on in this world, the different classes, like character races. It's just there's a lot to learn.
As we know with Atlas, you probably won't get a full breadth of the game until you're like 30 hours into it. And then they're like, oh, here's another party member that you can now meet.
I feel like there's like a bunch of party members too. There's a list of like connections, and like the list goes to like 20 or something, and they're all like, shadowed out.
Really?
And also, too, one thing I like is if you're overpowered and you run into an enemy, you can just hit them and they die instantly. You don't go into a battle.
Oh, nice.
And the music is dope. The music is really, really good. I know I mentioned it last time. They use Esperanto, which is like a former proposed European language. It slaps. Look up Metaphor battle music. But yeah, game's good. Sorry, Pez.
No, it's okay. We were singing the song.
Yeah, we were singing Desperado. It's all good. You should apologize to anyone watching on YouTube that they have to watch you dance.
I was dancing. Well, I was dancing to Desperado.
Oh, okay.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Sorry, I didn't know I needed to thank you for the dance.
You're welcome.
I'll throw a few shekels your way.
Next time will cost you. So yeah. What else has been going on? So that's what we're playing now. Pez, you said you want to go on a rant. You had a rant in your pants.
Well, it's not necessarily a rant, but to Court's point of games like Suicide Squad, right, that have released in 24 and fizzled out, it seems that 2024 may not be a death knell for the live service game industry genre, if you will, but I think it took a big hit. And I think if you look at games like Suicide Squad, XDefiant shut down in June, Concord obviously shut down. I think that you can look at games, these type of games, and you're gonna see less paid live service games. I think, because like if we look at why they all failed, it's pretty much the same reason, right? So let's start with Concord. $40 hero shooter
It was bad though, man.
Right. It's not a good game. But if it was free to play, you may have a level of entry where there is like maybe
like Marvel Rivals,
like
how people love it.
Couple thousand people playing it. Right? But you got to pay $40 for a brand new IP. You have no idea. The open beta was played by maybe 2,000 people, 2,500 people. Not great. In the grand scheme of things, that is horrible numbers. For a new IP that no one knows and no one really had a good time playing it. Same with XDefiant. Like XDefiant, I think was free. But it was one of those things, much like Concord, where it comes out and people are like, we don't want this. We didn't ask for this, so people aren't going to play it. And that's where we get into Suicide Squad, where Rocksteady, who made the best Batman series of all time in the Arkham series, was coming out with a new Suicide Squad game. Everyone's like, it's going to be this great single player game. It's going to be so much fun. They're going to take what they learned with Arkham Asylum. Now it's with a different cast. And all of a sudden it's a live service game, microtransactions up the wazoo, and grindy, and the same mission style and the same thing, over and over and over and over. So I'm wondering if we're going to see less of that style of game where it's you have an entry fee to get in, and then you're going to be bashed over the head with microtransactions, all while it lives under the live service arena. Or if studios are going to be smart, and if they want to go a live service game, you take up the Overwatch, Marvel Rivals style live service where it's a free entry, then you get hit with your microtransactions, in which people are usually more apt to spend $20, $30. Yep. But if you have to spend, and if you think about Suicide Squad, if you have to spend in USD, if you have to spend 70, 100, 150 for like a deluxe edition, and then it's like, oh, but actually here are your skins. They're all recolors of current skins. Like they're recolors of your current skin. And oh, the Joker's coming, but you have to pay $15 from him. Oh, Mr. Freeze is coming, but you have to pay another $15 for him. And like the season. I don't know, man. I think my hope is a couple of things. One, time-gated battle passes are a thing of the past. They're not gonna be. But I can tell you now, I had more satisfaction logging into Helldivers 2 like a week ago and seeing that my war bonds, my battle pass was still there. And I can just click off whatever I want to click off. It's not like Marvel Rivals or Overwatch where they're like, hey, season 1's coming out. You got a day left to grind 65 levels. Good luck. But it's not necessarily a rant, but my hope is that the gaming industry is paying attention, because I feel now gamers are now more apt to vote with their wallet than they ever have. And that was
also their time. Like, as I said to you before we started recording, I don't think I can play live service games anymore. I don't think I have the time and bandwidth for them anymore, because I can't do like, you have a week to grind this one thing, or you have, if you don't jump in for 3 hours every day, then there's no point in playing that game. You're lost. And I'm just like, all right, then I'm back to my single player games where I can hop in, play for a little bit, finish a mission, go back, and it's still there when I'm done.
It's why in sports games I've stopped playing Ultimate Team, because it's like I don't have the time investment anymore. You know, MLB The Show 22, I dropped 200 hours in that game.
Way too much.
I was working from home. I could play it anytime I wanted. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now it's like, yeah, if I have time and my friends are playing something else, I'm going to go play with them. Or like, I'm just going to play a single player game. I'm just going to play college football and play my dynasty season, be fine with it. I'm just going to play Spider-Man, where they're not like, hey, oh, you want the
real people play Spider-Man, Waba.
You want
I'll get to it.
You know, you want the Toby skin or the Andrew Garfield skin? Oh, it's $15. Like, that game didn't do that. They're just like, here, unlock it with city tokens and tech tokens and blah, blah, blah. So
the game's, it's free.
It's just, you know, Marvel Rivals has kind of kicked that back, because the thing I think about with Marvel Rivals is it is a fun game, but also like you get to play as like Wolverine and the Hulk, and like, you know, these characters, and you've seen these characters in movies and video games and comic books, and you can play as your favorite character. And even them, like, they're releasing their new seasons coming out on Friday, the 10th. They're giving you the Fantastic Four for free. So you get to play as
my favorite.
You get to play as you know, one of all 4 characters, and they're just dropping it for free. The only thing you buy is like your battle pass or your skins or whatever. And to me, like, that's fine. I do wish that the battle passes weren't time gated, but it is what it is. I'm not going to buy them because I drop in and out of love with Marvel Rivals, because it's sometimes I'm like, I just don't want to grind.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think I have a grind game in me anymore. Like, I don't have the bandwidth for it. I'm getting so, I got work, I got my kids' hockey. I got my kid. I got my family. I don't got the bandwidth for the grind game anymore.
Yeah.
I think you know what? I am Danny Glover with this. I'm too old for this shit.
That's why I said usually.
Usually.
And
I
if you
said
look
the S word, that's even allowed on TV.
Fair enough.
If you look at like the top games of last year, which there were a lot of good ones, very few I would say are online, and the ones that aren't. They can be free to play. Like
Right.
Helldivers can be free to play. You buy skins. There's another one. You guys don't care about it. It's very good. It's a gacha game. Zenless Zone Zero. It's you
No
can
one cares
basically
about that.
no, but like you can pay if you choose, but it can be a free to play game. Like it's big, but these are games that don't force you to buy new things. Whereas you see game like you said, Suicide Squad. If you have to, like, it's like you have to.
Yeah, but that's free now. I'm gonna play it.
Well, yeah, now that's what happens.
No one wants to play it because it's horrible.
And I'll tell you, I don't even want
can't
to play
wait
it
to
when it's
play
free.
No, I can't wait.
I'm not gonna play
No,
it.
I'm not
one
saying
game.
don't.
You played one game.
Play two.
Metaphorzo Refantasio.
Spider-Man or Miles Morales. He deserves a kick in the teeth.
Give him a kick in the boot tag.
If Atlas or Togi comes out with games, I'm in there like right
and
away.
they like swim with.
Anything else, you can wait. They're on my
with
time.
Miss him with that. Miss him with that.
Or outright.
I very
devs.
much subscribe to the. You don't need to buy games on day one. You can wait till they go on sale. That has been my mantra for a couple of years. There are games I will buy on day one, like Monster Hunter. I know I'm gonna play 400, 500 hours into it. I'll buy it the moment it releases. But like Spider-Man 2, love the first one. Love Miles Morales. I waited until Black Friday when it was 50% off.
Yeah.
$35. I was like, cool, let's do it. NHL 25. I was like, no shot. I'm buying it at $70. I'll wait till it's $30 on sale. I mean, it was a month later because no one plays it. But
if it's a developer I support, I will. Like Atlas, like Persona, anything, I'll buy whatever spin-offs they do because that's my way of saying yes. I want you to make more of this.
Mm-hmm.
Because you saw things like who did they get that I liked? Hellblade on Sony.
Yeah.
No one bought it. And guess what? They left. So you got to vote.
Yeah,
with your
but now
wallet.
they're back. That didn't work.
Well, yeah, now they're back. So let's good segue into that court.
Jesus, Xbox is like put their head between their legs and decided it's over.
Jover.
This is not a rant like Pez's. It's more of a I feel lied to, just like I felt lied to by PlayStation with regards to the PSVR 2. I felt like they said not this time, we're going to support it, and they didn't. I feel Xbox lied to gamers this generation. Heck, they've been lying to gamers for way too many generations, acting like their consoles matter. Their consoles don't matter anymore. This Xbox Anywhere thing, it really means Xbox Anywhere. So Jez Corden did an article. I had it in our chat here, and just recently, it was put out in December. Xbox won't have exclusives going forward. And we have seen this in all their advertisements. So according to Windows Central Executive Editor Jez Corden, who discussed his understanding of Microsoft's first party, and the reason why we're talking about this now is because this happened while we were all on vacation. Xbox won't have exclusives going forward. Everything is a time exclusive at most. If some games are exclusive, it's going to be identical at best, incidental at best, and case-by-case argument by large is going to be multi-plat timed with maybe very few outliers. So like, I really wanted to play Indiana Jones. I don't have an Xbox anymore. I sold it. Because I didn't think the Xbox Game Pass, and I will get into that, was worth $25 a month anymore. And they already announced that Indiana Jones was going to be coming to PlayStation. So I'm like, you know what? The $25 a month that I don't spend for the next 3 months, or the 4 or 5 months it is before it comes out on Game Pass, it's still cheaper to buy the game. And so I'll keep reading. So as responding to users said that they didn't believe Xbox upcoming Fable game would come to PlayStation, Corden wrote, that game monstrously expensive. It might not be day one, but it'll come with the current plan in place. So even Fable, another game that I wanted to play that's going to be Xbox exclusive, there's no such thing as Xbox exclusive anymore. It just means that it's coming to Xbox first. And I shouldn't even say it's coming to Xbox first. It's coming to Game Pass first. Then it will come to everything. Later, Microsoft announced Doom: The Dark Ages for Xbox Series X, S, and PC and PS5 confirmed that the PS5 version of Indiana Jones will release next year. They have pretty much over and over again said that thing that they weren't going to do. And it was interesting because we talked about it before the show, and I said Xbox Game Pass. We looked at the new games that just dropped on it, and they're kind of garbage. They reminds me of a lot when Games with Gold was just putting out garbage games. And then we were going through the lineup of PlayStation Plus, and we were shocked how good it was. And then I said something without even thinking about saying it, and I just said, well, it's probably because PlayStation doesn't charge. They charge for their first-party games, and so they're able to have that money that they make and put really good games on their service. And when you look at Game Pass and you look at PlayStation Plus, I would argue PlayStation Plus has better games. They do not have day and dates. You got me there. But let's be honest here. Besides Indiana Jones, when was the last time Xbox had a good game, day and date drop on Game Pass? Because Starfield ended up not being a good game.
High on Life is probably it, and we were just talking about it.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be coming over. So like, why is it not
free? Yeah,
and that's when I bought my Xbox, and that was the Persona 3. But again, it's like I'm paying more money than it costs to buy the game outright. Why don't I just buy it for? So I bought the disc version because my Xbox doesn't have a disc drive, so I just bought the physical game and I canceled my Game Pass.
Yeah, it's $25 a month here in Canada.
I bought the Persona 3 for $25.
And that's what, and I look at that. I'm like, so if it's $25 a month and I'm not playing this Xbox, so I sold my Xbox and I got a PS5 Pro. I looked at that $25 a month and I did the math. I'm like, oh my God, I've spent like over $300 and not even turned this thing on and just been giving them my money, but they haven't been giving me anything back. And this is just my opinion. I'm not saying if you want an Xbox, it's a terrible thing, because at one time I really think it was a really good value, and this is why I think I was lied to. When I got my Xbox Series X, I was through the moon. I was like, this is the best value in gaming, bar none, and it was. And they've slowly chipped away. And there is, to me, as a dad and as a gamer, I don't see the value anymore. I look at the games that are on PlayStation Plus and I see a ton of kids' games. You got a ton of games from Outright. You got all the Lego games. We were going through it, and that list I was actually astonished on how many great games were on the PlayStation Plus service. And I'm very confused where Xbox is going. There's the rumors that they have this handheld coming and it's coming next year, and they might even have a new Xbox console, like the next generation of Xbox consoles. And all they're doing is they're bringing one out because I wouldn't even say they lost. They didn't even get out of the starting gate. Like, it doesn't make sense to me, the direction that they're going in. If you're an Xbox gamer, you don't need to have an Xbox. So you're really just, what would you say? They're a service, right, Pez? They're a Netflix now.
Yeah, they are. Microsoft will dabble in hardware, but eventually they're going to fully turn into this decade's Sega, where it's hardware is going to go away and it's just going to be software.
And like a lot of people were like, well, that's the future. But like, I think PlayStation is still primed. Whenever that's time to do, they can just turn that on. They have PlayStation Plus, they have the service, but right now they also have the hardware. They brought out the PlayStation 5 Pro and everybody was like laughing at them. Like, why are they going to bring this thing out? Yeah, well, the thing sold out like gangbusters. You can't get them.
That stuff will always, from PlayStation, that stuff is always going to sell out. People are always going to want it.
I noticed too during the holiday season, so I'll see like all these like videos on like Reels or like TikTok or whatever of like kids opening consoles and getting like super hype. I never once saw them open up an Xbox. I'm telling you, the algorithm pushed all these videos because I remember the N64 kid like, they were all PlayStations. I never once saw a kid open a box and it was an Xbox and start freaking out. Everybody was getting hype over that, and I think that's interesting as well, just because like. I don't know if that's just what people are putting out there, but like, I don't hear or see a lot about Xbox at all. And even now, like we were talking before, the Sony just had like, a conference and they showed a lot of like media and TV. And like, it seems like that's where their focus is at this moment. But, they can afford to because who's challenging them? I mean, maybe when the Switch 2 comes out, but that's a different sport.
Right. Well, and not only that, like we already know that there are some Sony games coming out, like that new Naughty Dog game that everyone's all mad about because there's a lead woman in there. Like they're all, that's gonna come out. We know that Ghost of Yotai, or however you say it's gonna come out. So like we already know that some of the big
Dude, I
bangers are
can't wait to
coming
play
out.
that game.
I can't wait, dude. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, but I don't think they have many. I think you just get out of the way of Grand Theft Auto.
Yep, maybe that's it.
Well, that's also it. Like
Give that
you
half a year to
You
fizzle.
let Grand Theft Auto for 3 months do it. Like you give Grand Theft Auto a quarter to do its thing, because it's just gonna cook.
There are also a lot of good like third-party games coming out, and I think because they have such a high like more people have consoles, like do they need to be making first-party games and spend that time on development, or can they just take their cut from these third-party titles? Like that too. It's like, I remember not this Game Awards, but like the last one where they showed off, I think Judas as well. And like all these games are going to start coming out, and like
Mhm.
Sony's
Dude,
going to be
Judas
making
is
money
coming
off
out
the
next year,
basically
and
at the top.
I'm excited this year.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I
Yeah,
bet you that's at PAX East.
Oh, 100%.
Stop.
100%.
Mhm.
I think I was like,
I think that game comes out this summer.
that trailer made me emotional.
Like that game
because I love
looks
that
done.
studio. I was
Oh,
getting
I
the feels,
think so.
man.
I think so.
I think that game comes out this summer. Because every game, I think PlayStation will bring out a game this
I think it was
summer.
like May. Hold on. It was.
There's no release date
in-
for it yet.
Oh, there isn't. No.
No.
Yeah. You're right.
It's just 2025.
Yeah. I'll just take 3 days off of work when it comes out. Let's go.
But I mean,
I think PlayStation will have a game that releases this year, but they'll bring it out in the summertime.
I mean, we already know like. We know like Ghost of Yotai is coming out. We don't know when. Death
Ghost of
Stranding
Yotai-
2
I thought we had a
Stranding
release
2.
date for Ghost of Yotai.
Did we? Is this an old? I don't know. Maybe. We know like. Third. You want to talk third party? Like Assassin's Creed's gonna come out. We
Mhm.
know that.
Dude, I can't wait.
We know that Death Stranding 2 is gonna come out.
Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter is gonna come out. Like all these big non-PlayStation studio games are gonna come out, and PlayStation's still gonna put out MLB The Show.
Wait.
Like they're gonna still do these little drops, but they don't need this
Not
year.
when you have Grand Theft Auto.
This year they don't need a Last of Us or a what's the game?
Look
that
at the
I hate
Last
that
of Us
everyone
TV
loves?
show.
Horizon.
They're being smart.
like-
Look what they just showed at CES. They talked about the Horizon TV show that's coming.
Yep.
The Last of Us season 2, and then they talked about the Helldivers movie.
Yeah, that's all they
That's
need.
gonna be awesome. That
That's all
movie's
they
gonna
need.
be such a mess. I can't.
It's gonna
wait.
be. My hope is that they keep it as sarcastic and like
It's Starship Troopers.
yeah, keep it as sarcastic and like this like dark comedy, and just keep it in that realm and don't make it a serious movie.
Yeah,
If
like
I'm
it's got to start with like 3 Helldivers landing onto a planet and the one guy killing his buddies and then getting killed by a bug like right off the bat and being like you meet a character who you think is like a name actor and you kill him.
Right.
Yeah.
away.
Kill all 3 of them in like a second. Like get Ben Stiller with like Owen Wilson and somebody else and Jack Black to be the first 3 Helldivers that land on a planet and they're walking around and they get murdered in seconds.
Yeah.
And
And, like,
that's the
and
start
then
of
you
the
pull
movie.
out of the planet, and then it just says like Helldivers.
Yeah, exactly.
Gerard Butler with a voice coming from the
Dude, it'd
helmet
be
booming.
perfect.
I hope if I'm them, I get the director of Starship Troopers and bring him on as like a consultant.
Like I even
Help you
look at
that
like
game.
people are like, oh, but PlayStation. I'm like, well, and it's not. Yes, I play primarily on PlayStation, but that's because I get better value. Like they've even screwed up Xbox with their TV shows, like the Halo
Right,
TV
Halo
show.
stunk.
It stunk.
Horrible.
It's really bad, and it's just. I'm so confused because I wanted to like Xbox 360 generation. Xbox killed it.
Yep.
They killed it because PlayStation 3 had all this like.
It was expensive, and
It was the
had all
architecture,
this-
the way they made it. They were like, you can't, nothing could be brought off, so you couldn't keep playing their games. It was all this proprietary architecture that they
Right.
did. But the Xbox One was terrible. And now I would say, and I think it's safe to say, the Xbox Series X/S, especially the S, was a flop. Like the S was a waste of a console.
100%.
They should have just called it like an Xbox 1.0 or whatever they wanted to call it. They could have just done that. But like, if you look at it, like we found out, like the Wukong game didn't come to Xbox. It was because of the S. And Phil Spencer even lied to people in the press and said that, well, no, they kind of like hinted at that they had a deal with PlayStation. And then the director just came out recently and was like, no one, that never happened. We're trying to optimize for the S. It's just because Xbox makes a rule that you have to have the game. All they have to do is get rid of that stupid rule. Who cares about the stupid console? Like, you've got your sales with this thing. I think the messaging right off the bat, I look back to how they launched this thing and they had an S and an X. They should have just had the X. There was no reason for that S.
I mean, I'm just looking at Forbes off screen. November 2024 console sales. Number 1, PS5, 4 million. This is all kind of estimated. 4.1 million consoles sold.
Is that what?
That's
just for November.
That's just from November.
Yeah, but worldwide, or is it like
no,
US
it
or
doesn't
North
say.
America? Okay.
Nintendo Switch, a console that launched in
Monster.
2016. Right?
A console that we know everything about the Switch 2 and we just Nintendo. hasn't announced it yet.
Nintendo, can you please announce it and get my stock price up? What are you doing?
Did you hear about CES? There's someone has a mock-up of it there on the show floor.
Yeah, they showed the new Joy-Cons and everything. Yep.
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch, 1.7 million consoles sold in November. Xbox Series. Would you gander to take a guess?
600,000.
726,000.
767,000.
And
Good
that's
job, Court.
X and the S together.
That is, yes, the series, both of them together. PlayStation is Xbox is getting cooked by PlayStation and a Nintendo console that is incredibly old.
8 years old.
Yeah.
And
Came out in 2016. It's easy because it came out the year my daughter was born.
Getting cooked right now.
as a new Xbox owner, like, and I say that from 2 years ago, because that console doesn't have a disc drive, I don't buy games for it. So because I'm newer to the ecosystem, I don't want to buy digital games for like an ecosystem. I'm not super part. I mean, again,
Yeah, because then you're not. If a PlayStation one, you're going to play it eventually.
Exactly. So even like when I'm getting if I saw a sale in the store, like a physical store, I would probably buy it if it had a disc drive and it was something I really wanted to play. But now I don't do that. So I don't play the console. I unsubscribe from Game Pass because it was, again, I'd rather just buy the games I want to play in disc form that I own it. And I have no way to get sale games unless I buy them like from a system I'm not really using. So I think not adding a disc drive, or at least like promoting the non-disc drive, is probably a detriment. And again, that's just my experience as a newer
I will even look at
owner.
it this way, and Wabo, you'll like this angle here. Old Xbox games in retro gaming are cheaper than old PlayStation games. The PlayStation ones are worth more money.
Yes.
No, I know they are.
No, you're right. Yeah. So a lot of
It just it tells you where I don't understand. If I'm Xbox, I don't bring out another console. I let it go. And I just say, I go to PlayStation and I say, hey, how do we put Game Pass on your console?
Even third-party
gonna cost
games
us?
that came up for Sony, and I'm talking like games you don't play, like anime game, like you guys don't care, Blue Reflection, like stuff like that. Like these are games.
Talk about a lot of games we don't care about.
No, I know, but like same with like that. Like I'm just saying, like those are console exclusive, I believe. Yeah, like Blue Reflection is one. It's $50. It's a PS4 game. It's old. Like you just can't get those experiences because people weren't bringing them to Xbox, because I feel like Sony caters to a lot of broader audience.
I don't think Sony even does the console. Like, if you noticed, what we don't see anymore, we don't see the console exclusive war anymore. Have you noticed that? That's not happening anymore, because I don't think Sony even needs to do it anymore, because they know they don't have to. They don't need to roll up the dump truck anymore, because it doesn't matter.
They're selling 5 times as more consoles than their competitor. Because honestly, like, you can lump in Nintendo with them, but Nintendo's a different animal. right?
Yeah,
Like
I wouldn't.
it's a handheld that you can dock, but it's a handheld. And Nintendo nerds like me are gonna buy their Nintendo Switch and play their Nintendo games. But ultimately, it's Microsoft and Sony going one-on-one, and Microsoft is getting absolutely tooled on by Sony because, excuse me, their games are not good, and all of their
Indiana Jones is good, supposedly. Everybody says it's great. I can't wait to play it.
which one is this? Oh, Indiana
Indiana
Jones.
Jones. Yeah.
Which technically, when it was in development, was not a first party game.
I was gonna say that they acquired
They
it,
had
right?
to go buy.
didn't-
They had to go buy that studio. They had to go buy Bethesda to make it a first party game. But their first party games, Halo Infinite, their biggest franchise, was an absolute dud. And from then on, any game that came out, Starfield, Redfall, I don't even know what first party games are out there because I don't play them. My first party Microsoft game, Xbox game is Sea of Thieves, which came out 7 years ago. That's the only one I play.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm not in the ecosystem anymore. We've heard the talk of Phil Spencer wanting these things in. He wants them in TVs, right? Like he wants Game Pass like everywhere. We've already seen Sea of Thieves and Grounded come on the Switch and come on the PS5. Like this is nothing different. So when they came out and said, "Hey, all of our big games are eventually going to be on other consoles and PC and stuff," I can wait a year to have the new Gears of War on Steam because that's where I'd rather play it. Right? I don't need to buy my $500 Xbox that was sitting here that I just ended up selling to a friend at cheaper because he is in the Xbox ecosystem and he wanted to play college football. That's why I sold it because I don't need it. I wasn't using it. It was a waste of space.
I wonder.
Yeah, like I got it and I thought it was great. And I know Pez, you had one.
Yeah.
You thought it was great. And then I slowly noticed that the value wasn't there. And I sold it before I wasn't been able to get value. And I even looked at Christmas time. I sold it before Christmas, right? And I looked at Christmas time and you could find Xboxes everywhere. And people were trying to sell them for like $250.
Yeah, they're 200 right now on eBay.
Yeah. I sold
Which
mine to a
checks
friend.
out to what your price.
I sold mine to a friend.
I got mine to GameStop for $400 towards my PS5 Pro.
I sold mine for 300 USD cash, straight cash, baby.
Hey, anyone want to buy an Xbox for 300 cash? Hit me up at our
Mine's an
email,
X.
3dads
Yours is
con-
an S. Get out of here. You're lucky to
Yeah.
get 3 cents on it.
Yeah, no one wants that thing.
I still have a
It's just-
$50 gift card I got.
It's so weird.
How
You
they do
do
not spend money.
They had so much
2 years old.
good. They had so much good grace at the launch. Like PlayStation was getting dumped on for all their policies and everything they were doing.
Yep.
And they even were getting dumped on by like PC players just recently because of the Helldivers 2 thing and all that kind of stuff. But honestly, like PC players, when they complain about their launchers, it's honestly, I think that is like when little kids have fights on the playground. It's the funniest thing ever when they complain about PC. It is the dumbest thing ever. You have so many launchers, but when you have to have a new one, you guys have a hissy fit about
That
it.
wasn't the
I
problem.
don't get it.
That wasn't the
Okay.
problem. The problem was when the game launched, you weren't
No.
forced to use a profile.
No, I know, but they did.
After you were.
They did say that in the advertising, but it doesn't matter. But any PlayStation game moving forward that comes on PC, everybody dunks it on Steam reviews because that's what PC players do.
That's what
They
we
have
do,
their
baby.
little poopy diapers that they wear all the time, and they're just like the dumbest of the dumb. But it's fine. You know, they can go spend $2,000 on a new graphics card because that's what they're going to cost on those new NVIDIA ones.
Oh, dude,
Go have fun with
crazy.
that.
Crazy. I ain't
And
buying
then
that.
I love the one where they were like, "This one's only $550." I'm like, scalpers are going to buy all of them and charge $1,200 for them.
Yeah, they're gonna
Yeah, that's
do it
crazy.
just
How
like
do I
they
get
did
one?
with- they're gonna do it just like they did with the all consoles.
When did they
Scalpers, man.
release? Just curious. Where can I get them? I mean,
Uh,
where could someone get them?
the 5090, I believe, is launching in the 5090 and
try and get one.
5080 are at the end of
Guys,
January.
I'm going to try and get one. I'm
The
going to try and get one.
The 5070, which I was looking at, launches at the end of launches in February.
I want the cheapie. and if I can get it, I'll put it into my PC.
I mean,
Oh,
I bought my 3070 on launch day for $500. No complaints. Absolutely no complaints. I love.
All right,
I
yeah,
love
let
this.
me know the date because maybe I need to pick.
You have a thing called the internet. Look
yeah,
it up.
dude.
I don't do this when it comes to computer stuff. I outsource
scalpers,
it.
okay? I don't
I'm
work
not a
with scalpers.
scalper. I'm
You are a scalper.
Also,
I'm a personal shopper. Of
Also,
sorts.
shout out to Nvidia for announcing those cards because my stock price on that went up. Your boy's crushing it right now.
Dude, I have that Apple and Nintendo, and I bought it at the beginning of the pandemic.
Nice. You're a Nintendo nerd too.
a Nintendo nerd.
Why wouldn't I have? So I buy stock. So my wife hates this. I buy stock in only things that I will put my money into. So I have stock in Nike. I have stock in PlayStation. I have stock in Nvidia because when I bought my PC, it had it in there. So I bought stock.
Oh, of course. Smart.
Well, I really liked it. Remember, I was like, this graphics card is really good. So I bought stock in it. I have stock in Ford because it's the car I drive. I have Apple because that's everything in my house is Apple. And all the stuff keeps going up.
I love that
Look at
your
Toyota
stock
and Honda.
portfolio is a court profile. Like literally, someone could just look at your stats.
Yeah, but it all goes up because
Portfolio.
I'm buying stuff. But it's working though because look, I bought my Ford stock and it was like garbage. And everybody was like, Ford's garbage. I'm like, Toyota and Honda just had to merge companies,
Right.
Because they're dying. So I don't know, man. I just look at Xbox and I think it's sad. I think it is truly, truly sad. It was a great brand, and now I don't even know what the hell it is anymore. I don't know what it is. And all those people that love their Xbox, that's great. And then you know what? Hit the banner up, but it's okay to realize that you have a console that doesn't need to be there. There's no need for the thing anymore.
Nope.
They're
to
one
the
bad
trash.
game away from putting out an X coin.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
dude,
Rug
you're not
pull.
wrong.
Phil Spencer rug pull. The
Just
girl,
like
the
last
Hawk 2
effort.
girl's gonna be like, "Hey guys, you want
Anywho.
Xbox coin?"
Besides being able to play your game anywhere, and technically half those games don't work because most games are live service or have to be hooked up online, so you can't even get your save state wherever you are when you left off in that game. What does it have? Like, it doesn't have the haptic feedback or anything like that. You get the controller. Like, what does it have that's different than the PlayStation 5? What's the differentiator?
Nothing.
Because X going to give it to you.
They ain't
That's it.
gonna give it nothing. I thought, dude, I got fooled, and it kind of pissed me off. I drank the Kool-Aid,
Truth.
and Xbox pissed me off.
Yep. Same. My Game Pass runs out in a couple days, I think, and I'm not gonna renew it.
Yeah, I already got rid of mine. It was like I hated just seeing like their occurring recharge of something I wasn't even turning on.
Yeah, dude. I sold the damn thing. I
Yep.
used the stand that I used to hook my Xbox to the side as a footstool now.
Nice.
Eh.
Absolute disrespect.
I love it.
Dude, I have an Xbox. I have my Halo Edition controller, which is now my PC controller if I play a game, and I have my daughter's one that has her name on it. It's great. They're very good at marketing.
Yeah.
They are absolutely
Very good.
terrible at making video games. Like, they suck at it. I will say that. They suck. They took a franchise like Halo where people would line up at midnight launches like they would like it's Call of Duty, and they dumped all over it. Then they had a franchise like Gears of War that was fantastic, and they were like, you know what? We're going to do nothing with it. Nothing. Then they were like, Starfield, it's going to be the next best game. Bethesda. And everybody else was just like, Bethesda games are broken and janky all the time. And Xbox is like, no, this game's going to be amazing. We're going to delay it, which is perfect. But then we're going to launch it, and it still should have been delayed.
I didn't like Starfield. I
Y'all
felt so
bad.
y'all want to play this little game called Redfall?
Oh. And you know what? You could make fun of PlayStation.
Yep.
Conquer was terrible.
Yeah, remember we
You know
had to
what
play that
wasn't?
game? What lasted longer,
Spider-Man
Concord
2.
or whatever.
Spider-Man 2 was amazing. God of War was amazing. Astrobot, Game of the Year.
Yep.
Amazing. So they at
R.I.P.
least have
Electro.
something for you to play.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Thanks.
you had to pay for it. But guess what? When you
Oh,
want
well.
something that's nice, maybe you got to go pay for it. All right.
But
Maybe this whole theory of you get the game for free is the reason you get garbage.
Well, it is I think the hope with Microsoft, and I know we're running late. I think the hope with Microsoft is the gym membership syndrome of where you pay your $20 a month and you forget about it and you pay it for 6 years and you don't use it after 2.
I just don't understand a
Netflix,
business model.
It's like every subscription model. They hope that you forget about it and you're just like, comes out every month and you either don't check your bank, you're just like, oh yeah, I pay for that. I'm going to play one game, and then another 3 years goes by and you're like, oh man, why is this thing $40 a month now? Because it keeps going up because they paid $800 billion to make Call of Duty 6, Black Ops 6.
It's just, if you're selling something, why would you get your customer base used to not paying for anything? It's just a weird culture to cultivate out of your consumer base that you're relying on for like income. Like, it's just weird to say, like, like you're getting them used to not buying your games.
Right.
And that's, I don't know, that's weird to me. I feel like Sony has trained their audience to pay a premium on day one. And that's why they're able to be successful.
Well, but also,
and also when you release Concord, doing the right thing and refunding everybody out of pocket when you mess up.
But also, if you look at Microsoft releases on PlayStation, like when Sea of Thieves came out, it was the number 2 rated, like the number 2 purchase game that month. Like, so they're going to buy them. So Microsoft's still going to make its money.
Mm-hmm.
But now, and I think they'll always make some sort of hardware. I don't think they need to. And I don't think they care to. It's probably more of like a pride thing now, right? But yeah, I mean, they're going to sell their games on PlayStation and their games are going to do well and they're going to make money. And I mean, look at Call of Duty. Like, Call of Duty's just still the, highest purchase game since it came out. Microsoft's making all that money.
Maybe that's why they're getting into the handheld market, which Court mentioned. But I definitely want to look into that and talk more about that.
Yeah,
too late. My rant got long because I knew Pez would jump in with his rant because he wasn't going to let it go.
Rant in the pants.
I hope Microsoft goes into the handheld business so they can get absolutely bodied by Nintendo.
I think they'll get bodied too.
Nintendo is going to call on Luigi and take care of everything.
But it's not even that. Nintendo could literally, like, Xbox could be like, we have the new Halo and it's amazing and you can play it on handheld. And Nintendo's like, you know what? Should we just release Mario Odyssey 2? Yeah, let's just do it. And they get bodied. They put them in a body bag.
Some dude in like a Japanese boardroom is just like, should we just remaster Mario 3? And everyone's like, yeah, just do that. And they're like, okay, we're going to do that. And it sells 18 million copies and I buy 6 million of them.
Omewa Shinderu.
Imagine
you are already dead.
They were like, we're bringing out all the Mario games in 4K.
I'm in.
Full screen.
I'm in. Put that right on my Switch. We're good to go.
Easy.
Switch 2.
We're locked in.
We know it's real.
I can't wait for the Switch 2, man. I'm really excited by it, even though they're never gonna announce it. No. I thought they would have announced it already and released it in March, to kind of be like the anniversary of the Switch. Here's the Switch 2. Who knows?
So I know we've ran a little long. Any final thoughts for the folks before we say goodbye?
Shout out Bojo. I hope wherever you are, you're living a good life.
I'm gonna be learning a little bit more about Bojo. I got some, the scoop about him. But Court, anything on your end?
No, not at all. I'm good. Bruins suck. Don Sweeney should be fired.
Oh, the Bruins are terrible. Horrible. We'll save that for next week too.
Yeah. Hopefully they win a game by then.
They're not gonna.
Folks, if you had fun, make sure to follow us at youtube.com/3dads in a console. You can also check us out at 3dadsconsole.com for more articles and impressions and things like that. And if you're going to PAX East, make sure to let us know. They have plans. I don't, because I don't know anyone, and I just hang out with them. You're part
of our plans.
We're going to PAX East.
I'm not saying I'm not going. I'm just saying you guys. I don't.
Your favorite
people.
night was the night that me and Pez decided we went to the Bruins game.
Oh.
Look at him. He still thinks
I had
the greatest night of his life.
So many chicken fingers.
Don't tell your wife that.
Those weren't even chicken fingers.
Was that one of your greatest nights of your life?
It was a lot of fun.
Was that not one of your greatest nights of your lives?
I still talk about, I'll talk to people and I still talk about, I'm like, yeah, this, I got to, I saw these legends just chilling and I thought I drank their ginger ale.
Remember the really drunk guy?
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Where's the drunk guy talking to I forget who he's talking to. maybe it was
It was Johnny Busick.
Johnny
and he was
Busick,
being-
and he's like, "Ah, bro,
Yeah.
it was that hockey town, my guy." And I'm like, "Throw this
Yeah.
guy out. Throw
When I
this
played
guy.
League with
Don't
my
even throw him
buds."
out. Throw him over the balcony."
He's talking about the moon and stuff too, like a bojo.
dude,
Unbelievable.
Celine Dion.
Yeah, she's right across
She
from
was
us. I have
right
a
there.
blurry photo of
I was
her.
like, "What's
was
up,
a good night.
Celine? My heart.
I'm
my
excited
heart
to hang
will
out
go
again.
on."
I spent a
Oh.
whole period talking to Mick in the hallway.
Yeah,
I'm
Court's
just
gone.
glad you guys are organized.
Waba is eating chicken fingers. Waba is just mowing on chicken fingers. The guy behind me screaming about the moon, and the Bruins are getting they're getting dog walked by the Rangers. And I'm just
Oh.
like drinking a water because my blood sugar is like through the roof. And I'm like,
Yeah,
wow,
yeah.
where is everybody? Where is
Dude,
everybody?
it was wild because
Where
like
am I?
the bar that they had had a bucket, and like I'll be like, okay, I know I have to tip, but like these guys are on like former
Hey,
place and they're all
I
throwing
was
20s, and I'm like,
joking in my
oh
mind, I'm
crap, I
like-
can't afford that.
Well, I thought Wob was gonna take the tip out.
Yeah.
Can
It's
I
like,
get change?
this-
I put a 20 and I take a 10
is
out.
this also free? Is this like, can I get chicken fingers in a 20 spot? Is this good?
Meanwhile, me, I'm trying to I'm watching the Nesson intermission, drinking vodka sodas with Todd and Jilly.
What a
That's
mess. It was
fun.
great. It was great.
So yeah, if you want to hear more stories about that, if you're in Boston, say hi. We'll be at the convention.
Yeah, we're gonna meet up with Spokesy. If you want to come out and have an epic night, we're gonna go out with Spokesy.
Come on, baby
That-
boys.
Oh my gosh, dude, he's feral.
He's the best.
I'm so excited. All right, folks, we'll see you soon.
All
Talk
right,
to you next
goodbye.
week.